You've got D-brand skins, color wrap, slick wrap, iSkin it. There's the ton of skin companies out there for your phone, your computer, your tablet, and your Xbox or PS4. But the fact of the matter is, for me, I was looking for the least expensive skin option to get for my brand new Xbox One. And I actually turned to a company I found on an application called Wish. Wish is predominantly a Chinese company, and a lot of the products that they have on there are not necessarily from a major company. They're usually white labeled companies, and they'll look very similar to that of the LG Tones, the headphones, or like some of the Swagways aren't of the brand name Swagways like IOHawks and things like that. But the components are the same. The concepts are the same, the designs are the same. Are some of the things on there illegal? I don't know, but for very, very inexpensive cost, probably around 90% off what you would normally spend in your regular retail locations or companies like D-Brand or Slick Wrap, something like this for the Xbox One was very, very inexpensive. So I have no idea what the company is, but if you go to wish.com or download the app on iOS or Android, type in Doctor Who Xbox One skin, you'll come up with this for about 10 or 11 bucks and on $1 shipping. So this is my review of the skin from wish.com. Stay tuned. So as you can see, it doesn't come in anything too spectacular, nothing too crazy, or there's no branding on it whatsoever. Honestly, it looks like somebody just printed out a template with the logo of the Doctor Who TARDIS on top of the sticker, and you know, it's supposed to line up with all the different ports and everything. We'll definitely find out. But again, for only $11, even if it's garbage, it's not so much of a waste of money. Whereas, you know, if you get the branded D-brand skins or Slick Wrap, you probably have better quality versus something like this. But we'll just go ahead and see. Getting into this is nothing special, so we don't need this humongous knife here. But let's go ahead and open it up. All right, so right off the bat, we have the front end of the TARDIS. We've got another angle of the TARDIS. These look to be the TARDIS, but specifically for the Xbox One controllers. And then the top of the TARDIS for someplace on the Xbox. And I believe this one is actually not for the Xbox, but for the Kinect. So what's really nice is for that $11, you pretty much are solidified to have, oh, and here's another larger piece of the TARDIS. A lot of the companies like D-Brand or Slick Wrap, they offer something similar to this with different varieties and whatnot, but you have to pay for every single portion, especially if you want one for the Kinect or for the controllers. And sometimes they do have bundles, which is fine, it's understandable. But if you were looking for something like this, where you were okay with everything being the same thing and you wanted a themed Doctor Who Xbox One like I did, this is a nice option for you. Now, like I mentioned, the quality of these stickers, it says color skin on the back here, and so I'm assuming and under assumption that this is the type of 3M material very similar to that of D-Brand or Slick Wrap that you can find that is durable enough to skin an Xbox. Now, this is not going to be something you're throwing around in your pocket or something like that, so I don't know how much effort they put into making sure the quality of the sticker stays. So if I were to try and scratch it, for example, let's scratch something that I know I'm going to remove, it doesn't come off, which is good. First off, I have an issue. I don't have any instructions whatsoever. I have no idea where any of this stuff is supposed to go. So let's go ahead and unbox the Xbox and we'll take it from there and maybe we'll figure it out. So the Xbox One is unboxed. We've got the controller as well too. This is not the Elite bundle. If you notice, it was the Gears of War bundle. So with that bundle, you get the game, but no specific like imagery or skin on top of the Xbox itself, which is fine because we're gonna skin it ourselves. But again, no explanation whatsoever. So like I said, I think this is for the Kinect, but then I looked at this piece here, and at an angle, you can see the cutouts. And it's kind of hard to tell from your angle here in the camera. You can see the cutouts here. There's a circle there. There's another bar right here. So what I'm gonna do, I'm just gonna start off really easy. I'm gonna go and start off with the controller. So there's two cutouts for two controllers. I have one here, and then I have a limited edition, well, I guess it's not a Halo controller, but one for another game. What game is that? I don't even know. But it's the military one. We'll go with that. Anyway, so that's already skinned with military stuff. This one is just for the Xbox One. So we're gonna take out the little cutouts ahead of time. So I actually had something like this for the PlayStation 3, and I kind of messed up a little bit, so I'm just gonna do my best not to mess up this time. But one thing I did notice is that once I remove the edge sticker, you're already missing like parts of the lettering, like part of the P in police is gonna be cut off, part of the X and the word box is gonna be cut off, and then down here, if I use this template, pretty much all of the P is going to be cut off when I remove the sticker for the controller. Again, not the worst of things, not the biggest of deals, but it's just something to be considered and something to be aware of, that when you get something this inexpensive, other companies, again, like dbrand or Slick Wraps, might take a little bit more caution in how they gray out their templates and whatnot. So one thing I figured I would do is remove the edge piece. And what I'm noticing is the actual material of the sticker is actually quite durable. Like trying to pull it apart, you actually have to exert a little bit more effort to remove it. So I guess that's a good thing. But like I said, I'm a little concerned about its overall construction. Let's see here. All right, so got a razor blade here. Let's see what we can do. All right, so at closer inspection, we finally have all the pieces removed from the cutout. So hopefully they will line up with the Xbox One controller. All right, so that's it. This is the skin for the controller. So as you can see, it's just the top skin. It doesn't cover anything on the front, trigger buttons or anything like that. And I know there are some skins that do the whole shebang, but this is just for the top. But again, it's $11 for the whole kit, so you can't really go wrong. It's not extremely perfect. There's a little bit right here where I kind of nicked it myself, and there are a few bubbles right here. The nice thing is you can lift it up, because it's not fully settled, so I can do this and push out the bubbles, and hopefully they don't come back. I guess we'll find out tomorrow. But that is honestly probably the hardest one, because everything else is just straight, and just got to make sure there's no bubbles in there. And for that, I'll just use a credit card to flush those out. Okay, so like I said, there's no instructions whatsoever which one of these sheets go where, so it's really just going to be about measuring. This is the vent, so you're not going to want to cover the vent at all for any reason. This, I'm assuming, doesn't go here because it's too small. And then, like I mentioned, if you look at an angle, you'll notice that there are cutouts for the Kinect. So I believe this is for the Kinect. Let's start big, because bigger is easier in this case. And so, like I said, this is the top layer, and I'm assuming it goes right here, but then again, I'm looking closer and it looks like there's like keyhole punch outs. So the best thing to do in this case is to probably look back at the order of the actual unit that I got and see maybe they have any kind of indication as to where any of this stuff goes, or we can do it the hard way and look at the angle and see where all the little cutouts are, like this one. So there's a little circle, and then these go in what look to be two pieces. Oh, does that go here? I have no idea. So we know where this one goes. Let's start with this one. Uh-oh. So there's also a layer on top of that layer. It's like a clear layer. Don't remove that, because that's the clear plastic. Okay. All right. So the other thing I'm also noticing is the quality of the printout of the actual picture. It's not high definition, okay? So there's some pixelation, like here where it says police telephone, free for you, yada, yada, yada. It gets really pixelated down by the bottom where these smaller letters where it says advice and assistance and whatnot. So again, 11 bucks, can't really argue. Let's see, ooh, infrared. That's for that, fast for that. This is my first Xbox One, by the way, so. Ooh, excited. Okay, so like I said, we are gonna do this the hard way. That's it. We did it. This is the TARDIS Xbox One, or at least one option. There's obviously plenty more options out there that you can get for probably better quality, but I've got to say, for 11 bucks plus $1 in shipping, you can't really go wrong, at least for an inexpensive solution. So whether you're a Doctor Who fan or not, or if you're just looking for a skin and you don't want to spend an arm and a leg, or at least what you might perceive to be an arm and a leg, Wish.com has apps for both Android and iOS, and there's a website, just wish.com, and they have a vast catalog of a bunch of stuff. So go check it out. The controller, looking at it one more time, I don't see any kind of major any problems with it. Nah, I guess maybe on this side here, and maybe I can fix that after the video, or just try and iron it out right now. But with this on there, everything is very accessible. It doesn't really add too much grip or anything, but it also doesn't take anything away. All the joystick is right there, D-pad, all the buttons, triggers and everything. Infrared's all easily accessible, nothing's covering those things. And then with the actual Xbox One itself, yeah, I covered the sticker that had a warning, but again, I don't even read warnings if you know me. And I do have this sticker left over for the Kinect. Now I got the bundle that does not include the Kinect, but if you do have a Kinect, which I highly recommend you do get, which I plan on getting later at a later date, you would be able to cover the Kinect with this just to match it all up. So that's pretty much it for me. Thanks a lot for watching, guys. If you have anything that you want to ask or comments or anything like that, please leave that in the section below, and we will talk to you guys in the next one. Bye.